everyone. As you may know, my name is Hendy Bagus P, and right here I'm going to interview my very own group mate. Furthermore, we, which are from Group 5, would like to thoroughly investigate the origin of this Darmo haunted house, as known as Rumah Hantu Darmo, as our object. The members of my group who are able to attend at the location are Ghifari as my sole spokesperson's partner, Evan as the cameraman. Say hi, Evan. Yeah, that's him. And later, Hanna will voiceover in the vlog as a monologue. Unluckily, the other group members are unable to attend since they are out of town. That's it. And back to interview session in this talk, I will ask about his knowledge of this haunted house. Now, Kifari, what do you know about Darmo Haunted House?
Okay, firstly, my name is Ghifari Akhmal Prasetya.
Hi, Kifari.
What I know about this Dharma haunted house, here is a very haunted area from the past until now. It is said that this place is the residence of family who then performs pesugihan against who are said to require human sacrifice. Once upon a time, the whole family died, and the cause of their death seemed odd. Starting from replacing human sacrifice with animals, incident of shipwreck accidents, murder case, and fires in the house. That's why the Dharma haunted house became haunted until nowadays.
Yes, I can see it. Wonderful. Probably, is there any addition of other insights regarding Darmo Haunted House, Kifari?
Okay, in my opinion, this Dharma haunted house is a haunted house, and according to what I know, now its function is only for a public tourist. But last year or this year, I forgot. The mayor of the Surabaya city, government start that this place should be closed.
Ah, yes.
Sadly, the Dharma Haunted House has been closed by the court since early April, according to the local security in there. Therefore, we cannot explore further. And however, there are rumors that the object of the Dharma haunted house is being auctioned, and it's not yet known who will buy the house. And I wonder who will buy this house.
No, really, it's since it's a haunted house. Yes,
Yeah.
as we can see, the Thermo haunted house. Yes, this is the wall which sealed the Thermo haunted house. And well, I believe it's complex enough and indeed adequately explained. Explaining what you know about one of the urban legend in Surabaya, of course, the Thermo haunted house. Hence, let's move on to the next session where we will explain the background, characteristic, and uniqueness of our object.
Hello, my name is Hanna Yani as a voiceover. Darmo Haunted House or RHD is an urban legend in the city of Surabaya. The house has been uninhabited since 1988, which is located at Jalan Puncak Permai 2 number 26 Sukamanunggal, Surabaya. Not to that reason, the name was pinned on an old uninhabited building whose architecture is now unclear, because there are many stories or rumors about the appearance of supernatural beings in the house. However, up to now, valid and credible data has yet to be discovered, as it is currently merely a myth from the local community and not a fact. According to various sources, the house's owners execute pesugihan by giving their life and then dying in a mysterious ship disaster. Meanwhile, two members of the family were unable to join the maritime journey, so both of them had resided in the luxurious house for some years before passing away. A huge, unoccupied luxury mansion was burned down in 1997. Therefore, We may deduce from the preceding description that our objects belong to subculture category.
Thanks a bunch, Hanna, for the terrific information. So, Ghifari, once again, how do you respond towards that?
In my opinion,
Yes.
this is very interesting to be discussed and studied further. The reason is currently many teenagers and the Ghostbuster community are curious about objects that are famous for having many mystical and haunted things. The Dharma Haunted House itself has an interesting history where it is said that its inhabitants experience many strange things because they could not give woman sacrifice. Then, what about your own opinion, Hendy?
Okay. If you ask me, I do agree with yours. Numerous communities and teenagers are curious and even desire to investigate this haunted house, starting from the origin of the story, or even those who merely wish to see ghost sightings. I'm also curious about the local citizen experiences, wondering if there has ever been something like one of the residents in a trance, or perhaps witnessing an apparition around by something unwanted happened. Moreover, our people are interested in mystical stuff, not forgetting its correlation with our ancestors, animism and dynamism culture back then.
Darmo Haunted House or RHD as a tourist attraction can be said as a horror tourist attraction that is currently favored by the public, especially young people. The wonder every night this location is visited by visitors who are curious about its horror. Some of them admitted that when they went inside, the air was hot even though it was 1 p.m., which should be cold, and they felt very uncomfortable. It is because of these confusions that the Darmo Haunted House has become the most famous horror tourism destination in Surabaya.
Thanks a million, Hannah. Yet I have a bad news.
Tell us then.
Unfortunately, the moment didn't last long after the Surabaya city government issued a decree at which the Dharma Haunted House must be closed and given a card trail. This is due to the rise of teenagers who use this house as a place to carry out activities which are prohibited by the government plus religion. Besides, our object is located in a residential area, so the government believes that if these places is open continuously, it will cause a crowd, whereupon these crowds are feared to disrupt the residents.
Wow, that is same. Even though I have planned to visit here at
Yes.
night with my friends, yet let it be cool.
Yeah, sadly, it's too late. Well, how else? If it's the government decision, we can't do anything. It is time for a revitalization demo, perhaps. Besides that, are there other comments about my explanation earlier?
What is it? Buy me something for thinking about it.
Alright, take your time.
Ah, yes. Concerning the earlier explanation, as far as I know, it's quite informative.
Yes.
I just found out that this house
Hmm?
is closed because many teenagers are doing things that are prohibited by the government decision,
Correctly.
who are worried about the crowd that will interfere with the activities of residents. In my opinion, it is very rational considering that Indonesia is still in the Surabaya city during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Exactly.
I think that's my only response.
Great, I appreciate it. Also, I agree with the government decision. It is feared that the COVID-19 case will continue to increase if the Dharma Haunted House is left alone. When can we study on campus if this keep continuing, even whining?
The results of the analysis of Darmo Hospital as a tourist attraction. Teenagers like Darmo Haunted House because of its mystical atmosphere. Even some teenagers claim to have experienced strange event. This makes the Darmo Haunted House potential as a horror tourist attraction where visitors can visit this place to explore the mystical elements that exist. However, it could not be realized because some teenagers used the place to do things that were forbidden by the public. On the other hand, the Darmo haunted house item cannot be completely related to cultural variety, especially when it comes to cultural diversity, because there are no attitudes or behavior that correlate them to culture. According to Article 32 of the 1945 Constitution Law for the Advancement of Culture, the state should promote Indonesian national culture in the minds of international civilization by protecting the freedom of the people to retain and develop the values of visitor. As a result, this object cannot be linked to the law and cultural promotion. Furthermore, based on the current tourism law in Chapter 7, Article 12, the strategic selection of tourism region is seen from many perspectives, namely A. Appealing natural and cultural resources. Part B. Market potential. C. Places that contribute to national unity and territorial integrity. And Part D. Protection of areas that contribute to the function and carrying capacity of the environment. And the last part, E. Places that have a role in the protection and use of cultural assets.
Eventually, Hanna's explanation brings us to the end of the vlog. We do hope our group discussion, of Darmo Haunted House can be considered by related parties as a potential tourism.
We also wish everyone enjoy and understand concerning the video. Thank you very much for the time to watch and pay some attention, especially our lecturer, Miss Nurul, and all of our dear classmates.
Well, let's call it a day.
And have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. See you again.